just heard from Stephanie. She's on her way. Angela.
Todd, unless we come up with some sort of plan that's going to get me out of this bed permanently, you're going to walk in here one of these days and find me gone. And that just might be today.
You're looking very well. A little skinny, perhaps. Maybe you're working too hard.
Wow. Nose always to the grindstone.
Well, then you better come up for air.
Well, I had somebody as lovely as you to come home to. It'd be less work and more play.
Mm-hmm. Ever the flatterer.
You're a very sensual woman, Stephanie. It doesn't go unnoticed.
You've been celibate too long.
Perhaps you're right. It's all too easy to forget how to play the game.
Oh, I would think that with that centerfold of yours, you would have gotten a lot of hot new numbers in that little black book of yours.
That's an incident that I don't find a source of humor.
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. What's up?
I had somebody come by to see me recently with a special request.
Charity event?
You might call it that. Donna Logan asked me to see if there was some way that her father can come back from Paris.
Oh.
She came to me to find out if there was a spot available here in Los Angeles. She wants to get her family back together again.
What did you tell her?
Basically the truth. That it wasn't my decision alone. It was someone else that I had to consult with first.
You didn't tell her who?
Oh, no. No, she has no idea that you were responsible for her father's transfer. But we both know that you were the one that put the Logans into exile. And you're the one that can bring them back.
We'll find a way, Angela, I promise.
Your promises are getting old, Todd. You can't even find a way to stop calling me Angela.
If we plan this carefully, you'll never have to hear that name again.
Sounds great. But you don't understand. Stephanie is getting my room ready at her Beverly Hills pad as we speak. There is no way I can pull off this Angela routine 24 hours a day. I'd go nuts.
I told you that's not going to happen.
Words, Todd. All I get from you is words. Where's this plan I keep hearing about?
Don't you think I've been racking my brain to come up with an answer we can all live with?
Including the Forresters? I don't think that's possible.
It's worth a try. Now, they're decent people. You know that as well as I do.
I know. If you could have heard Stephanie talking to me the other day, telling me how much she loves me. I had tears in my eyes.
Wait a minute. Angela doesn't get tears in her eyes.
Well, this time she did. That family loves me. And they've been through hell.
Yeah, well, how do you know that?
Stephanie tells me. She talks to me a lot when we're alone. She clears her head about stuff. Her thoughts, her feelings, her fears.
Fears? What sort of fears?
Well, for one thing, there's something really heavy going on between the two brothers. And Stephanie's getting more nervous about it every day.
I didn't send the Logans into exile. They made their own decision to go to Paris.
Yes, but in all fairness, I have to believe they really had no choice.
William, there's always a choice in life.
Between no job and no future here in L.A., or a spot with one of the top American publishing companies in Europe. The odds are in your favor. They would have moved.
If you're looking for a twinge of guilt, you're not going to get it from me.
Your mind is made up.
Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Logan are to stay in Paris for the time being.
It's bad news for Donna Logan.
She's very lucky to have you pleading her case.
She's a remarkable young woman. But in this particular time of her life, she's a young girl who needs her mother.
Well, I'm not unsympathetic with that. Maybe we could arrange a scholarship, a year of study at the Sorbonne.
Well, I hardly believe that would take the place of her parents full time.
Well, for the time being, they have to stay where they are. Now, look, let's take it from a positive note. After all, I am responsible for reuniting her father and her mother to begin with. I really would like to believe that I have given much more to the Logan family than I have ever taken away.
Well, I'm sure Donna Logan will survive.
Can I count on you to keep the status quo?
Stephanie, Mr. and Mrs. Logan will remain in Paris, and you will stay as happy as you always are.
Thanks, Bill.
I'll see my way.
How is she today?
Well, I assume she's resting comfortably.
You know, it didn't strike me until I was driving down here today. But when we move, I'm going to miss this beautiful ocean. That wonderful salt air. Hello, sweetheart.
Excuse me, Stephanie. Can I get you some tea?
You know, one of the great sadnesses of my life has been that Angela has never seen the ocean. She's never heard the surf roll in. She's never seen a seagull in flight.
It's amazing how many things we take for granted.
God, I wish she could have known those things.
She's perfectly comfortable here, Stephanie.
I know. Now that we're getting ready to move her, I want to make absolutely certain that she stays that way. We're going to start the construction at the house. I guess the contractor's going to be coming up in about 2 weeks. Can I tell you what I'm going to do?
No.
I'm going to reconstruct this room in every detail up at the house, right down to the last cushion.
Sounds like a smooth transition.
Hope so. I want everyone to be very comfortable. I don't want you to ever feel like a guest. I want you to feel as though you're really part of the family, just like Angela. That's very important to me, Todd.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm so excited that she's coming. I mean, after all these years, well, the visits here have been so meaningful, but now I'm going to have her there with me all the time. I've never told anyone this, but I have, because it sounds a little foolish, but I have always hoped for a miracle. A miracle that somehow Angela would recover. I know that's hopeless. But I never stop praying to God that can happen. I got to go.
All right, goodbye. We'll see you real soon.
Mm-hmm.
got it, Todd. The answer for us and Stephanie. We're going to give her a miracle.